Oh, and I hope everyone's been enjoying themselves. I hope everyone has had a great time. Had some banger of matches, of course, throughout the day. Really cool to see Ryung excelling. Really cool to see Gumiho in form. Even Nightmare with that upset earlier. And of course, we had that speed run of SpeCial versus Solar. But here we go, the final qualifying match of the night. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have the Mexican Terran player representing Storm Gaming. He just had a rough series against Solar, but he's here. He's got another chance. It is SpeCial. Oh, he's doing it again, Papi. He's doing it again. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Canadian Zerg player herself representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett. It's a proxy 3 racks. It's the exact same build he did against Solar, in the exact same location as well. I'm getting some deja vu. Oh boy, the proxy 3 racks is upon us. Now, we saw how well Solar defended. If you recall, as soon as Solar he parked his second Overlord outside of the natural, and as soon as the SCVs revealed themselves, he was able to pull the boys, he was able to kill 3 Marines, deny the bunker, and he only lost 3 drones in the process. He was able to pull back in time, get a spine crawler up and running, and defend beautifully. We'll see how Scarlett reacts to this and how she does respond, if she's able to recognize what exactly is going on. Because there are different reactions. There are different reactions that you can go for here against the 3 racks. You can, if you want to, you can give up on your natural base. You can throw down a Roach Horn. You can go for a 1 base all in with your own counter aggression against the Terran. Overlord, it checks the regular proxy location and does pull back. Again, this is really far back, so the likelihood of this being scattered is very low. But again, we should be parking the Overlord, and the Overlord should see these SCVs. SCVs have been spotted, as well as the Marine. Scarlett knows. And what is Scarlett's reaction going to be? It looks like she is going to give up on the natural. Yep. So this is the other reaction you can go for. This is the more standard reaction. Pulling the boys and denying the bunker here against the 3 racks is really risky, as we saw. Solar failed to defend against it against Gumiho, if you remember. He succeeded against SpeCial, but he struggled against Gumiho, and Scarlett isn't going to take a risk, so she gives up the natural. SpeCial recognizes this, and he's going to try and go into the main instead. Oh boy. Scarlett is in a lot of danger. Boys are being pulled. We're going to be able to get a bit of a surround on these Marines. Oh, a beautiful surround, actually, but the target firing is insane. 4 drones go down. We're going to be able to clean up the SCVs at least. And here we go. Roaches are on the way. So because SpeCial dove into the main base, Scarlett should be able to hold on to the natural. Otherwise, there would have been this natural would be dead, or at least really close to going down by now, if SpeCial had kept the Marines here on the low ground. Now he's going to be backing off. He's going to be respecting the position. He does scout the roaches, and he's transitioning back at home. Marines are racing back home. They are being lifted. And we'll see if SpeCial can actually get this natural base up and running. It's going to be on Scarlett to try and shut this down and force a cancel. There we go. The Lings and Roaches are moving out across the map. How many roaches? We have 5 roaches in total for Scarlett. We don't have enough gas. Oh, we actually pulled out of gas, so no Ravagers. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to have significantly less firepower here for Scarlett. She's just focusing on droning. As she moves up this ramp, the bunker is done in time. Gonna try and push on in. We're running past the bunker, actually, and we're gonna be able to get these SCVs. This is gonna be a costly move here for Scarlett. Oh, she is gonna get surrounded, and these roaches are gonna get cleaned up. We did some counter damage. We even picked off a couple of Marines. 7 Marines in total went down. We got 4 SCVs. We did delay the CC, but only delay. And that means that we're going to get a macro game. We're going to be transitioning out of this SpeCial. He's going for a very fast 3rd CC before factory, or starport. SpeCial going for a 3rd at racks behind this. And Scarlett back at home is droning. Oh boy. Okay. So I guess now is the moment to take stock here. Scarlett, she's in a pretty good economic position for now. She's fully saturated here on 2 bases. We're working towards, Link speed. We should be working towards a lair momentarily as well. So we can work towards even banelings or even roach speed, depending on what we want to go for. And we have a 3rd base on the way. Scott's not in a bad position. What's worrisome is the fact that SpeCial's being really greedy behind this. And SpeCial's getting away with a lot. This is SpeCial's army right now. SpeCial has 8 Marines to his name. No stim, no combat shields, no nothing. He's being so greedy, just going for all these add-ons, going for this 3rd base. Again, I do think that if Scarlett did go for a Ravager push, she would have been able to break the natural and make SpeCial's life really difficult. But yeah, he's able to get away with a lot. He's already landing his 3rd base on location as well. Again, very greedy stuff. So even though Scarlett's right now in a really good position, SpeCial is going to be catching up quite quickly here. And welcome back. I apologize dearly here for the stream going down. The internet suddenly just died, just turned off for 5 minutes, and then came back. I think that's like I think it's residual smudge from the mech games from from Ryung earlier. I think that kind of caught up with my internet here down under in Australia, and yeah, I do apologize for that. Thankfully, I don't think we missed out on too much. If I'm not mistaken, I don't really know what we were up to when the stream died, but I was notified immediately, and then we were able to put things on pause and keep things on hold, so we hopefully don't miss out on anything as we can jump right back into game 1 of Scarlett versus SpeCial. I felt cold. Went offline to put on his pants, only to realize he doesn't own pants. I was like, how dare you say that I put on pants? Shaking my head. Suddenly died his code for light step. I didn't step on anything. What do you mean? Oh god, but yes, I do apologize for the stream going down, especially considering that we just lost 100 viewers. Feels bad, man. We were peaking at 232, and feels bad, man. Feels bad. I do apologize, but for those of you that stuck around, we'll be able to enjoy this final qualifying match. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. For the real fans that stuck around, we can see how it all ends. We can see how this all does unfold. Oh, let's go, Poppy. Let's go. So, to catch people up, of course, initially SpeCial did go for a proxy. Wasn't punished for it, and when the stream died, I was in the middle of talking about how greedy SpeCial was being, and I was freaking out about the follow-up. Let's dive into this. And this is why I was freaking out. Maybe it was because I was freaking out that the stream died. I was talking about how, like, he got away with murder. He only had a handful of vanilla Marines. He was taking his 3rd base on location, and Scarlett was droning up back at home, allowing SpeCial to get back into this game. I was really concerned that SpeCial would snowball out of control, and behind this, it's not a 4-rax follow-up, it's a 5-rax. I can't remember if you guys heard that before the stream died. But yeah, it is going to be a 5-rax. 5-rax is going to hit so very hard here for SpeCial. I believe this should be hitting before Medivacs. This should be hitting with Stim, but we'll see. We'll see as Stim is about to finish up, and we do have a decent amount of Marines and Marauders already. For the time being, SpeCial is going to be hanging back, but there we go. We are moving out as soon as these upgrades do kick in. Ling does spot the move out by Scarlett, so Scarlett is aware that SpeCial is moving out across the map. We do have 20 Lings in production. Ravagers are on the way as we speak, and it looks like this creep is going to be buying us some time. Scarlett is going to be able to just barely finish up these Ravagers in time, hopefully. Oh, there we go. That was so close. They do come out just in time. Stim is done. SpeCial just racing on 40 here, trying to dive on top of these Queens. The Ling's doing a great job at buffering for the army. And SpeCial is going to be forced back again. Without these Ravagers, I do think that Scarlett would have had a harder time. Very important that she scouted the move out. Very important that she was able to actually finish these Ravagers just in time for the push. Ooh, Scarlett holds. Now, what's important is that SpeCial didn't throw away too much. He lost maybe a third of his army before he did pull back. Again, with all these Raxes, he can still get fully underway. Starport's on the way as well. Soon, I imagine we're going to be seeing some Medivacs as well. And this is a little bit refreshing, especially after we spent so much time with Ryung. I appreciate that we have some bio, not some mech. Ah, feels good, man. Feels damn good. As rocks are being knocked down as we speak. There are no tanks. Because of the opener, there's very limited factory production, but the Marines have caught the army of Scarlett. Rocks will not go down. SpeCial does push Scarlett back. Behind this, Scarlett has her 4th base fully saturated, 5th base on the way. We have a mass amount of Lings racing across the map as we speak. 1-1 is now done. And Scarlett wants to try to punish this 3rd. Wants to try to break on in. See if she can. We'll see if she can. As tank does finish very fast cancel on that depot. Very quick moves out of SpeCial. Bailings are rolling on into the mineral line, and is there a reaction? There is. The SCVs, they barely do escape. Only 6 SCVs do go down. SpeCial playing with fire right now, dances with the army. His army is so heavily overstimmed, but the first 2 medevacs have finally hit the field. Scarlett, in the meantime, backs off, works towards 2-2. Hive is on the way for Adrenal, for maybe even Ultras if you want to take up in that direction, but I imagine just Adrenal Glands and Vipers as well. And we are joining up to a very healthy 92 workers. Boy, Scarlett with full map control, and despite not really having too many active tumors, we can see that she's already exceeded the halfway point across the map with her creep. But SpeCial isn't going to take this line down. We do have a double drop moving out towards the southern portion of the map. Main army catching some of these Bailings as well. And that drop has gone unscouted, by the way. Ooh, SpeCial, he dives in. He gets a scout on that Hive timing on the spawning pool as well. And he can snipe Adrenal. He's going for that spawning pool. It looks like it is going to go down. Oof. A massive pickoff for SpeCial. He can keep going. Gets a couple more Lings there towards the end. Only loses 2 Marines. 2 Marines for so many, or for that spawning pool and so many of those Lings. Able to get out in time. And that means Scarlett, she's forced to make roaches. Thankfully, she has a roach warren, so she can make an army. She can make units. But that's a massive delay on Adrenal Glands. As SpeCial dives back into the main base, forcing a massive reaction out of Scarlett. At the same time, a double drop towards that 4th is going to get cleaned up. The main army pushing towards the now fresh 6th base. And for the most part, Scarlett is able to keep up. Up! Up! Oh my god, the splits are not there. A little bit of a target firing on that tumor. But regardless, Scarlett is holding on. She's handling this very well. So we are setting up first round. Tanks will be falling. Vials should be connecting as well. Yeah, and every single tank does get cleaned up. Scarlett has more than enough. GG gets called, and Scarlett takes game number 1. Oh. GG. In a pretty solid fashion. SpeCial, in a way, spreading himself a little bit too far thin as well. Going for a tri-pronged attack into the main, into the 3rd, in towards the 6th. Oh god, just wasn't able to really achieve too much with any of those prongs. He did well initially, sniping that spawning pool, but the follow-up, yeah, was lacking a little bit there. Did lose too much too quickly, and GG, well played. Scarlett takes game 1. Oh, let's go. We deserve a live VIP hot tub. Do you deserve that? It's the baby link. Shaking my head. We can get him back. 300 incoming. Thank you for the faith. I appreciate it. And again, massive shout out to the people that did stick around, that did have faith that the stream would come back. Thank you so much. Oh, as we are now getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gressfarm, we have the Mexican Terran player representing Storm Gaming. Down in the series, but not out. It is SpeCial. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Canadian Zerg player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett. Faith is what moves me. Oh, it moves me too, Papi. Now I'm gonna cut. As Scarlett is going for a pool first open. Wait, we're casting this goddamn series. Oh my god, I don't know how long I'm gonna be back for. The internet has returned. It's been very choppy. I don't know what's been happening, but that is 3 times now that the stream has gone down in this one series, and it may go down again. I don't know. It could just fail on us once again. I said it before, the world, they don't want us to see Scarlett versus SpeCial. They don't want it. They don't. But I want it. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I feel so defeated. Oh my god, the stream was doing so well earlier. We were getting so many viewers. Feels good, man. Feels good. But we're here for the climax, and you know what? We stumbled a little bit on the way, you know, we tripped up, we fell over, but we dust ourselves off, we pick ourselves back up, and we eat that horse, baby. We eat it. Ah. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. One last ditch effort. I was gonna say this earlier, I really don't want to postpone this just because I don't have another slot available. Like, we're casting every day this week, and it'd be really awkward to just like set aside some time just to cast one series, and we're mid-series as well. We're in game 2. Like, I don't even know how much time there is. I don't know how much longer we have to go, and yeah, I don't so I don't want to like dedicate a whole separate cast for this, or it's gonna be difficult to like organize it as well, because we have Kung Fu Cup tomorrow, for example, and I was thinking maybe we could go live early for before Kung Fu Cup, but I also, because I don't know the length of these games, like I don't know how much time I should allot for this series before Kung Fu Cup and leading into it and all that stuff. So yeah, I didn't want to yeah, it just makes things really complicated and really awkward. But alas, I'm trying to buy some time here just to test. Right now I'm dipping my toes in the water. I'm dipping my toes into the internet water right now, trying to see if things are stable and if we're okay, and things look okay. things are holding on for now, but I kind of want to wait a little bit longer before we really commit to anything. Yeah, of course we are jumping in mid-series. Game 1 already in the books. If you missed out, Scarlett vs SpeCial was pretty intense. SpeCial did of course go for a proxy 3 racks. Did a decent amount of damage overall, but and SpeCial was able to transition out of it, Scarlett as well. And then Scarlett eventually did hit SpeCial with a very strong 1-1 timing with Lings, with Roaches. Was able to break SpeCial before he was able to get any kind of tank-based units. If you recall, he did have a 5 racks follow-up after that initial proxy. His tanks were heavily delayed, and yeah, Scarlett was able to shut him down. Here in game 2, we're in the beginnings of it. We are still at the start of the game. We did open up with a 2 racks, and if you remember, Scarlett went for a pool first. She went for a pool first opener. And we may be safe. Let me just double check again. We may be safe to get into this. Okay, let's go. I want to know how this story ends. I want to know who is going to be the last player to qualify here for GSL. Vámonos, papi. It's going to be one player or the other. It's going to be SpeCial or Scarlett. I'm just messaging people in here. Yo. It looks okay. I'm jumping in, papi. I'm jumping in. We're jumping in. Let's go. All right. Game number 2 of SpeCial vs Scarlett. If you remember, SpeCial did go for the 2 racks opener, and Scarlett is about to scout that. Back at home, Scarlett went for a Pull first, and I was really curious as to what this pull first was going to be for, and it is going to be for a Roach Rush. Second gas is going to be taken as well. I believe this is going to be for Ravagers, and I was in the middle of going into a story about how I wonder how SpeCial is going to react to this. We have seen Björn shut down one base all-ins, or like Roach Rushes like this in the past. The Reaper does dive into the main base. The gases have been spotted. SpeCial knows 100% that roaches are on the way, and he should be throwing down some bunkers. He should be working towards some other, as many units as possible, even pulling some workers down to the low ground to repair, to keep that bunker up and running. So here we go. The roaches and Ravagers are making their way across the map. There's that bunker we were talking about that is on the way. And I believe we pull a couple of SCVs, maybe 3 SCVs, maybe 4 SCVs, enough to repair, and SpeCial should be able to hold on to and maintain control of the natural. Again, Roach Rushes against this 2-Rax opener, they struggle quite a bit. We'll see if we can get into it. Oh, SpeCial even lifts up that Rax just to get a kill on that Overlord. Meanwhile, there we go, the boys have been pulled. The repairs are about to be upon us. Ravager rocks up, but already so much damage is being dealt to it. Scarlett trying to break on through. He's going to be able to land a couple of those biles. But again, with good enough repairs, SpeCial should not be losing this. Reaper does go down. Two dance with this. More SCVs are being pulled again just to make sure that this does stand strong. Behind the Scarlett isn't droning at all. She hasn't made a single worker ever since making that 16th drone. Just flooding lings across the map. She is very all in. The game will end one way or another. Scarlett even going for an extractor trick just to squeeze out a couple more units, just to morph in one more Ravager. Supply block is real. And we'll see if she has enough to break on through. The target firing is insane. One of the Ravagers go down, but we do get the bunker. Now the links can flood on in. We do not have speed. Bear that in mind. First Depot does fall, but the Cyclone has arrived. Oof, another Ravager falls. And Scarlett is droning up behind this. Oof. I don't know about that. I mean, she's doing damage, don't get me wrong. She's forcing the lift off of this production buildings, but no, the Ravagers go down one after the other. The lock-ons are real, and Scarlett is going to be losing everything. And with the death of this army, I don't know how she's supposed to defend back at home, especially after she just droned. We have a couple of roaches on the way, but SpeCial has so much momentum. Alas, SpeCial is going to be able to move out across the map. Even with just Cyclones, I don't think there's an answer for that. Scarlett, she's got 8 lings, she's got a roach and a Ravager. The Cyclones have arrived, and with good enough lock-ons, the scan not quite in time, so we aren't able to shut down that first roach. Being morphed into a Ravager as we speak. Oh, it does get shut down, and yeah, these Cyclones, they just take down every single one of these tactic units, every single one of these roaches and Ravagers. With the death of this army, I think we're going to an ace match. We're going the distance. SpeCial barely has anything left, and Scarlett's trying to hold on. More lings do come out. She does get a surround on that Reaper. She's able to barely squeeze out a Ravager as well. Oof. She holds for now. But what's she holding on to? 19 drones. Lings are flooding across now. She's going to be able to catch some of these reinforcements. Pretty good pickoffs overall. Back at home, we have Banshees on the way, Cyclones as well. We have Scarlett doesn't really have a way to break through this wall. GG gets called, and SpeCial takes game number 2. We're going to the ace match. Oh, GG. Now, was that so hard, internet? Was that so hard to just stay connected for just a couple more minutes? God damn it. GG, well played. Oh god. So yeah, so far this series, initially game 1, SpeCial goes for the proxy 3-Rax, did kind of fall in its, or the follow-up did fall in its face. Here in game 2, Scarlett opens up with a Roach Rush Again, I don't think I've seen a Roach Watch work against this 2-Rax opener. I don't think it's quite successful against it, and yeah, SpeCial was able to deal with that very, very easily. Completely shut it down and was able to fight back in this series. We're going to the ace match, we're going to game 3. Will our internet hold on here for the remainder of this game? For the remainder of this series? Damn hope so. Let's go, Poppy, let's go. We're going the distance, Poppy, we're going the distance. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the Mexican Terran player tying up the series 1-1 in that last game, forcing the ace match. Representing Sidestorm Gaming, it is SpeCial. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have his opponent. We have the Canadian Zerg player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett. Thank you for going the distance. This is going all the way to the ace match. Oh boy. So we get the most we can out of these two players. Once again, SpeCial setting up for the 2-Rax opener, or at least a Rax into Factory. I know that he is quite fond of that opener as well, so we'll see. Passes are being taken. Not gonna lie, because I was smoging earlier, because my internet was dying, I ordered a kebab. I haven't eaten yet today. Second gas, so this is gonna be the SpeCial opener. But yeah, I did order a kebab, so it's on the way. Let's go. But this is a SpeCial opener. So the Beyond opener is to go for a 2-Rax here on the low ground, to go into 3 Reapers and transition or commit. SpeCial, he goes for something a little bit different. He goes for a Rax into Factory on the low ground. I'm curious if he's gonna get that Factory on the low ground or just wall off here with this depot. And yeah, it's just a kind of a greedy way to set up here. It does secure your natural early on. Does mean that any kind of early Ling aggression is going to have a hard time denying the space. And yeah, SpeCial is going to be able to get away with this for the time being. Does anyone else do this? Gumiho. I've seen Gumiho do this as well. I think that's it. At this level of play, I think both SpeCial and Gumiho are the only players that ever go for this kind of low ground Rax Factory opener. And yeah, from here we're going to be getting into a much more normal game. Again, just a safer way to open up and to be a little bit greedy. Say safer, just a greedy, greedy opener. Can be punished at times, of course, but Scarlett back across the map is going for a hatch gas. We're going for a third base as well on time. Shouldn't really be slowed down as the Reaper does dive into the main to dance with the Lings of Scarlett. And yeah, this Reaper shouldn't really get too much done here. Scarlett does make 6 Lings, so she does over-prepare. She did scout, of course, across the map, did confirm the Factory as well, so she's aware of what SpeCial is up to. So far, she hasn't lost anything whatsoever. Did just make an additional amount of Lings, just to be safe, just to be secure. These Lings are now being chased away. Behind this, we do have a 1-1 opener as well. So SpeCial is looking to be quite aggressive here. With this, we can go into a faster Banshee. We can go into a Liberator. SpeCial is going to be delaying his 3rd CC here in favor of this starport, and we are going for that Tech Lab. We're going for Banshees. You know what I haven't seen for a while? I haven't seen a BC opener in a while. Now, I'm not saying I want to see one. As the Queen goes down, oh, SpeCial already fighting so much damage with these initial Reapers. The Hellions do rock on up as well. This Queen is late to the party, and oh boy. Yeah, this is snowballing a little bit out of control. Behind this, it is not a Banshee, it is a Raven. This is feeling a little bit like mech, so I'm a little bit concerned, but Raven is going to be on the way. With this, we can, of course, clear up these tumors. We can conserve that scan energy. And SpeCial does get a 3rd CC behind this. There Hellion production is continuing. These queens don't quite have enough energy for transfuse. SpeCial is still fighting so much with these Reapers. And Scarlett has had enough. This is a very fast Roach Warren. This was a, what, 3-minute 40 Roach Warren I went? So once again, she wants to be very aggressive. Ling's going to be bypassing the army. They do get scattered by that Raven. So Roaches are now on the way. Scarlett wants to try to punish this in some way, shape, or form. Lings do get a surround on that reactor, and they should be able to bring it down. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh! Reactor does fall. It's just going to be slowing down the production here of SpeCial. He's going for a second Raven. What? He's going for double Raven harass. Raven does scat the Roach Warren, by the way. 2 drones go down. We have another Raven that's going to be moving out towards the 3rd base. Hey, SpeCial, he's clowning, Bobby. Oh my god. Double Raven into Banshee. Let's go. Queens do spot this coming ahead of time, and they're getting in position. Hellions looking for a way in. Thankfully, it's not mech. We have Stim on the way, and another Rax. Another 2 Raxes behind this. Thank God. I've had enough. I've had my fill today. As these auto turrets aren't really finding too much damage. Even though Scarlett went for a Roach Warren early on, it looks like she's just getting it for safety. She has a couple of Roaches to hold on against these Hellions, but not much else as the Hellions are looking to break into the natural base. They do push through these Lings. Oh, and the drones are lining up. Already 4 workers go down. We dive into the main base. Oh, God. The drones are being pulled to fight as well, and this is far too much damage. A mineral line goes down. 14, 16 drones. 17. Oh, God. That is brutal. That is a mineral line. The Raven here in the top right does survive. Looks like the second Raven on the left did go down to these queens. So a bit of a loss for SpeCial, but for the most part back at home, he's, you know, working on Stim, is working on said bio army. He should be fine. Once again, Auto Turret comes in, gets another 3 drones. SpeCial getting so much and really punishing Scarlett for skipping out on those links. To be fair, she skipped the links because she had Roaches on the way, right? And typically they're able to hold on, but they came out just a little bit too late. SpeCial was able to slip on past. And now he's in a pretty good position. He's ahead economically. Scarlett trying to work towards a lair as we speak to head towards, you know, Roach speed, maybe even Aspire. We'll see what she does decide to tech towards. 4th base on the way. But yeah, SpeCial is sitting back quite pretty. Sitting back, he is chilling. He's taking his gases here at his 3rd base. He's got his 8 Raxes up and soon to be fully operational. And once they get up and running, yeah, he's going to be able to really establish himself on the map. Before that happens, Scarlett is doing a decent job at spreading out all this creep, but we have a double drop. We have Banshees available here to stop that from happening. Slow this all down. We get the tumors. We even get an Overlord as well. As we dive into the main, another auto turret gets thrown down. We won't be able to get any drone kills, but we do soften up those queens. And SpeCial, he wants the queen. Up! He gets it. Oh, that was a high energy queen as well. This drop play is just pulling Scarlett apart. 3 more Roaches go down. She's having a really hard time getting into the mid game. She's having a really hard time just establishing this 4th base and mustering up an army. And I worry here that SpeCial is snowballing a bit out of control. Thankfully, we do have a lot of Roaches to defend this 4th. Scarlett hasn't been droning too heavily. She's been making sure that she has a force to work with. But another 2 queens. Another 1 queen. It does go down. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. We are moving out across the map. Do we have a 4th base? We do not, by the way. So this 8 Rax is looking to hit quite hard. Marines rock up. Queens fall left and right. The Ravagers are exposed. 2 of them do survive. I spoke too soon. Okay, 2 of them do survive. God, but without Ling Bane, it's so difficult to really hold on. The Lings are coming out now, but it's a little bit too late. The tanks do siege. It looks like SpeCial may be overextending a little bit. Oh, but he will save the tanks. And with the juggling, with the micro as well, with the reinforcements, it looks like SpeCial has broken the 4th base. After doing so much damage in the early game, after getting so many drone kills earlier with those Hellions, he has snowballed out of control. It was game-ending damage. And Scarlett could not recover, wasn't able to deal any counter damage or drone back up. Yeah, and as the Marines dance with the Roaches, the tanks focus down the hatchery. Scarlett's trying to hold on with everything she can. I mean, this is it. This is her last chance here to qualify for GSL. Same for SpeCial, to be fair. But it is not going to be enough. Like, SpeCial just has so much momentum. The only way he can lose this is if he, I don't know, runs into Banelings or runs into a Fungal. With the reinforcements coming out, he gets us around, he gets the concave, once again saves the tanks, GG gets called, and SpeCial takes down Scarlett, qualifying for GSL. GG, well played. Oh, my condolences to Scarlett. It was a hard-fought battle. Really quirky series. It was really dynamic and really not meta, not standard whatsoever. Game 1, you know, we had Proxy 3x. Game 2, Scarlett went for her and Roach Rush, and here in Game 3 we saw SpeCial snowball out of control quite quickly with his initial, even his initial Reapers. If you recall, he was getting Queens, he was getting some Lings, but really it was that Hellion run by. Really it was the Hellions, and I guess in addition to that, the Raven harass as well, that really did just cripple the economy of Scarlett and really had her playing from behind almost from the get-go. After that, SpeCial, his macro was sold, he was able to go for the 1-2 punch, cripples Scarlett with the Hellion harass, and then the follow-up bio push just really sealed the deal. Oof. It was just a little bit too much, and yeah, GG, congratulations to SpeCial as he qualifies. He does make it into Code S. Not for the first time. SpeCial has been a part of GSL before in the past. So was Scarlett, to be fair. It's unfortunate that only one could make it through. Unfortunate that only one could surpass the other. Oh, sorry, my apologies. There we go. And with that, we have our scores wrapped up. Hold on. There we go. As we quickly switch our scenes over, we can have a look at all of our matches. So again, congratulations to Gumiho as he took down Solar 2-1. We had Nightmare earlier as well, also taking down Solar. Again, Solar, he had a rough day. Oh god, he had a lot of matches to work towards. You know, Classic had a pretty dominant performance over Su, and then Ryung had a close series against Su as well. Ryung, flaunting that mech, was able to overcome the might, the experience that Su has. And then Solar had the fastest series against SpeCial. That was a, I don't know if that was a highlights. We had quite a lot of highlights here tonight. You know, Ryung versus Su was really cool. Gumiho versus Solar, a lot of macro, a lot of late game split map scenarios, if you're interested in that kind of TVZ. SpeCial versus Solar was over in like 10 minutes. SpeCial cheesed 2 games in a row and he died very quickly, 2 games in a row. So did struggle against Solar here, though against Scarlett was able to overcome that. And yeah, congratulations to all of our qualified players. My condolences to the players that didn't make it through. And there were a lot of players that were not able to make the cut. Is a shame, is how the cookie does crumble. Players like Armani, players like Scarlett as well. I don't think DRG didn't make it through. Who else? Control, Future, Honmono, Keen, Percival, Quanta, Ziggy. Shout out to Ziggy as he's currently living in Korea. Chance, Lunacy, Nice, and Stats. Unfortunately, they are the players that were not able to qualify for GSL. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Any kind of notable players that were missing? Innovation. Innovation was missing, and I want to say another. What am I thinking of? I think Innovation is probably the big one. He was missing here in these qualifiers, and I bring that up because he made it to GSL last season. He was a part of the main event last season of the group stage. So unfortunate that he, I guess maybe he is retiring, maybe he's stepping away. I mean, he barely came back, but it looks like maybe he is gonna be taking at least a break, or maybe waiting for Stormgate. Unsure, but Innovation did not take part in these qualifiers. Bit of a shame. GG. And yeah, with that, again, congratulations, shout out to all the players that did make it on through, and you're now ready for GSL. Now, to be fair, GSL did start today. Group A of GSL was a couple of hours ago, and oh, actually, it's still going on. You know what? I got you covered. Where's the YouTube link? Are they streaming on YouTube? Are they? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So it's not ideal because they haven't. Oh, I forgot they still have this. No shot. Link is in the chats for the YouTube stream. Unfortunately, this year of Africa TV, they do have an overlay that's pushing you to go to Africa instead. So the YouTube stream isn't ideal, and I also know that Africa isn't ideal either for a lot of people. I know that that there can be some connectivity issues or routing issues depending on where in the world you live. But day one of Code S is currently underway over on YouTube, so you can check that out in the Twitch chat. Links are available. So unfortunately, we can't raid them because they are on YouTube, not on Twitch. But of course, the link is there. You can check it out because it's a YouTube stream as well. You can also rewind and catch up on some of the matches that have been going on. So today is Group A, and it's a group of Maru, TY, Bunny, and Classic. So 3 Terrans and 1 Protoss. A lot of TVTs to be had, and they are still ongoing. So you can check out the remainder of that group. If you're curious about Group B is in 2 days. In 48 hours, there's going to be Group B with Hero, Bjorn, Ragnarok, and Nightmare. Ooh. A spicy group. I'm definitely going to tune into that, or try to, as long as we're not casting. Smirch. Oh god. So Group B is in 2 days as well. So be sure to support GSL and to check out the official streams over on YouTube and on Africa. And I believe the VODs they upload to YouTube don't have that overlay. I believe they don't have those restrictions. So if you want maybe a better experience, maybe it's better to just wait for the VODs to be uploaded to YouTube, so you can watch it there instead. Outside of that, I'm still undecided if we want to cast GSL. For those wondering, GSL this year, they provide replay packs as soon as the groups finish, basically. They provide replay packs to patrons, and they do allow community casters to cast if they want. That's how we were able to cast the qualifiers. So I'm still of two minds whether we want to try and cast GSL or not. I think I would love to. I'd be all about casting GSL if we had time, if we had like the space. Like our schedule is pretty full. Our schedule is pretty damn full. So that's the big thing holding us back. Maybe Group Stage 2. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If you're interested in the CranKy Ducklings, if you enjoyed the broadcast, if you want some more StarCraft action, we're going to be live tomorrow in 22 hours. 22 hours from now, we're going to be live with Kung Fu Cup number 10. So if you enjoy some Korean StarCraft, if you enjoy some European StarCraft, this Kung Fu Cup is a weekly tournament that brings together players from EU, players from Korea, and they all clash. Players like Cyril, Raynor, Showtime, Clem, MaxPax, they go up against Maru, Dark, Hero, Classic, Ragnarok, Solar, Bjorn even. So yeah, it's always a lot of good fun tuning into the Kung Fu Cup. I highly recommend it. It's a bit of a longer broadcast because both semifinals are casted. But yeah, definitely worthwhile to check it out. Outside of that, you can follow me as well, @_VIP. I will stream tomorrow. I will attempt to stream tomorrow as best I can. A bit of a cheeky ladder session, so consider checking me out there. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I apologize for the connectivity issues. I apologize for the stream issues. I'm gonna quickly go and edit all those VODs and cut it all together for YouTube. So it feels bad, man. Feels bad. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Hope everyone had a good time. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thanks so much for your support. Ooh, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for the Kung Fu Cup. Until then, bye.